This is such bullshit. This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. I just murdered Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so
Dosecity, I'm back with another video. And if you guys want to get high, come roll with me. Now, we're here to speak about the Charlie Kirk situation and who was founded to be the culprit in it. Now, the killing of Charlie Kirk sent shockwaves through the political world. A sniper, a public event, and for days, no answers. But now, the evidence is starting to surface. Now, there have been HBCUs that have been threatened because of this. There have been the leftists that has been blamed because of it.
Black students at New York University were directly threatened today, and the university is doing nothing. This is the threat that was received to NYU, specifically specifying that they are targeting Black students and saying that the attack will happen today. Attached to that email was a 4-page manifesto explaining that Black people are dead weight and, horrible for society. Another page showing the weapon that would be used. Another page and the specific reason why NYU Black students will be attacked. And this is the absolutely disgusting response email that NYU sent out, not specifying that it was an attack against Black students. It says a racist threat, not a hate crime. We're taking the matter seriously. We immediately get in touch with the NYPD and FBI, but then say there is no conclusion by any law enforcement that the threat is credible. A genuine emergency, or if you detect anything that relates to this threat, XYZ. Basically saying this isn't a real threat. I saw this email first. This was sent out to all NYU students, and I completely disregarded this email because we get campus safety alerts all the time for robbery stuff, things like that. And I didn't realize this was a direct attack against Black students because it doesn't say it. I later saw this email and the manifesto that circulated among many students because it was sent to the NYU admin and they didn't share it with students, but a grad student luckily sent it out to the Black Student Union and other Black organizations saying, here's what's happening, please be safe. Upon receiving this, I immediately left class, called an Uber to leave the lower Manhattan area because it did not specify exactly where at NYU this would be occurring. And I notified my teacher and classmates. Teacher had no idea. So if you are in the lower Manhattan, NYU, at New School, Cooper Union, any of the universities area, please leave now if you're a Black student, because this is a direct attack on Black students. NYU, this response is completely unacceptable. You do not care about the safety of Black students, especially when this is your response to a white minority being attacked. They immediately call it a hate crime, send out several alerts, and make sure to say, I express my outrage and condemnation of this disgraceful anti-Semitic misconduct. And you can't even say this is towards Black students. This is unacceptable.
But it has been now proven that it was a 22-year-old from Utah by the name of Tyler Robinson. Now, he was identified and taken into custody September 11, 2025, following a tip from his family member, which they're saying the family member was his father, who had heard a confession or admission from him. So it seems like this kid did the killing and then he admitted it to his pops. Law enforcement matched him via surveillance footage, including what he wore and the vehicle he drove, and forensics evidence like footprints, palm prints, shell casing.
Some major news. A new uncovered photo of the alleged Charlie Kirk shooter shows him wearing a Trump costume in 2017. This image is going incredibly viral on social media right now, and it's a post from 2017. It reads, "Happy Halloween. So weird not trick-or-treating with the boys this year. Off they go. Hashtag Trump costume." And right there is the alleged suspect, Tyler Robinson. If you zoom in, you can see that his Halloween costume that year is a Trump costume. Now, this comes after days of people on the right speculating that the shooter must be this crazy liberal with all of these insane ideologies, but the alleged shooter is wearing a Trump costume reportedly back in 2017. So again, I'm not here to establish a motive. We have no idea why this guy allegedly did what he did. We'll learn in the next days, weeks, months, and so on. But
Father was a veteran, and this kid has been learning how to shoot weapons since he was a child. Now, he's not a leftist like a lot of the conservatives like to put the blame on. This is one of their own who did this, right? And people are like, making assumptions that college might have changed him. You know what I mean? College changed him.
Okay.
Congratulations, you have been selected to receive the Resident Presidential Scholarship from Utah State University. The value of this scholarship is approximately $32,000. This scholarship is available for 4 years or 8 semesters.
I just feel like this is just proof to show that, you know, the rhetoric that you come out and you speak about, you're not realizing that that can be your very karma, right? The same guy that Charlie Kirk spoke up about, the same guy that Charlie Kirk said, you know, he felt like there should always be the Second Amendment, the same guy end up being the person who actually took his life. And I think that is more of the story than what actually happened to Charlie Kirk, right?
He didn't deserve it, but he did get what he thought other people deserved. He paid a price that he was willing for other people to pay, that he said was worth them paying in order for him to have certain rights. He gleefully, willfully participated in the escalation of violent identity politics, where he loudly proclaimed that his beliefs should shape other people's world, their rights, their lives. He thought women should be in the kitchen, that young girls should carry their rapist babies, that the genocide in Gaza wasn't real, that the Civil Rights Act was a mistake. He spread misinformation around COVID, compared vaccine mandates to apartheid, and said that empathy is a made-up term. We don't know who did this or why, but it is already being weaponized as a way to rebrand the left, a group that have historically been known as weak, lefty, woke snowflakes, as violent and dangerous and incapable of tolerating an opposition of opinion. This is a turning point we didn't need.
Right? Now, we found out that this kid, as I said, was a University of Arizona student, okay? We also found out that this kid father was a veteran, and
clarification, so a pastor was able to turn him in, or they got the family of the shooter to turn them in?
Well, it was a minister, and the minister went to a minister who was involved with law enforcement, by the way, and his good friend is a top U.S. Marshal, and they took it from there, and then it was a father got involved, namely his father, and said, we got to go in, and they, so I understand it, and again, subject to change, but, you know, the facts are the facts. We have the person that we think is the person we're looking for, but they drove into the police headquarters, and he's there now.
Did the father know about what the son had done?
I don't know. I'm going to let you get all those questions later, because I can't tell you how accurate. The bottom line is they have somebody that they think did it.
So, Mr. President.
So I found a full diagram of what actually happened to Charlie Kirk, right? According to investigators, Robinson used a high-powered bolt-action rifle to carry out the attack from a rooftop around 200 yards from the stage. Now, forensic teams recovered a weapon in a nearby wooden area, along with shell casing that included disturbing and mocking engravings. One of them reading, "Hey fascist, catch." A key role in the investigation. Cameras captured a man fleeing the scene shortly after the shot was fired, and several impressions, including shoe prints and palm prints, match Robinson. Now, as of now, Robinson is being held in federal charges of political assassination and use of a firearm in an act of domestic terrorism. Authorities believe he acted alone, and no ties to extremist organizations have been confirmed at this time. Officials have not publicly released the detailed motive, but his online activity and messages on the ammunition suggest political and ideological hatred towards Kirk's views. Charlie Kirk, known for his polarizing conservative activism and leadership of Turning Point USA, was pronounced dead at the scene. He was 31 years old.
The bullet struck Kirk in the neck, causing him to collapse on the stage. But how did the assassin escape despite the huge crowd? The assailant's use of distance, the campus layout, and what is believed to be a scoped firearm indicate a high degree of planning and precision. The shooter chose an elevated, concealed position to avoid close detection and maximize the chances of escape. Here is the bullet trajectory. Given this altitude, the assassin had a clear, unobstructed line of sight directly to the stage where Charlie Kirk was standing and addressing the crowd. The bullet's trajectory descended steeply and accurately through open space to strike Kirk in the neck, which strongly suggests the use of a scoped firearm designed for long-range precision. As soon as the shot was fired, the gunman likely retreated to an entrance on the top of the building. Despite security efforts, the shooter disappeared without a trace, climbing down from the building and blending into nearby campus structures or escape routes surrounding the Losey Center. Witnesses reported that panic broke out immediately after the shot. The audience scattered, seeking shelter as shouts of "Get down" and "Run" echoed across the courtyard. Campus police and Kirk's personal security team moved swiftly to secure the area and evacuate Kirk. Here is the detailed timeline of how it happened at 12 o'clock p.m., September 10, 2025. Event begins. Charlie Kirk began the event, with more than 3,000 people gathered to attend. The security detail consisted of 6 officers along with Kirk's personal security team. 12:20 p.m., lead up to the shooting. Kirk was seated at the debate table, answering questions from students. The discussion touched on sensitive topics such as mass shootings and gun violence.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. When encountered in person by investigators in Washington County on September 12th, in the early morning hours, Robinson was observed in consistent clothing with those surveillance images. Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate. The family member also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger. Investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed that roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord. Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate. These photos consisted of various messages, including content of messages between the phone contact name Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel. The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact Tyler also mentioned that he had changed outfits. I know there has been speculation as well as to the writing on those casings, those bullet casings, and I believe we have that as well. And I will share that with you now. So the area north of Campus Drive Road where the suspect crossed over, you saw some of that in the video that we released last night, consists of a grassy area with trees on the edge of the UVU campus. Investigators discovered a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a dark-colored towel. The rifle was determined to be a Mauser Model 98 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle. The rifle had a scope mounted on top of it. Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices, bulges, capital OWO, what's this, question mark." Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist, exclamation point, catch, exclamation point." Up arrow symbol, right arrow and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow." And a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO."
So, as you know, many people are either grieving Charlie Kirk's passing or they're happy about it. There's really no in between. Now, I'm going to play some videos at the end of this to show you guys what everyone is saying and what, you know, the liberals, the conservatives, and just people in general who are upset about the situation, what they're saying. And, you know, you guys could put at the bottom how you guys feel about the situation, how you guys feel about political violence. And, you know, Charlie Kirk was one of the ones who said that he wanted to bring back public assassinations. Like,
in fact, I even think that we should bring back, you know, public executions on certain people. No, but think about it. I think that, and you guys should laugh, it should be public, it should be quick, it should be televised. By the way, you could fund the government
to watch it.
You could have, like, brought to you by Coca-Cola. And no, I'm not kidding.
Yo, they got Charlie Kirk, bro. I've never been happier.
Never believe the reason I'm smiling. And it has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. Nothing to do with Charlie Kirk.
I would say pour one out for Kirky boy, but I don't waste good beer on little bitches.
I haven't posted on TikTok in a long time, but I'm gonna now because rest in peace, bozo!
Charlie Kirk just got put down like a fucking dog in Utah, and I could not be happier. Praise fucking be.
I do not, and I will not, ever feel bad when bad people get what the fuck they deserve.
Charlie Kirk got shot? That's awful. That's so sad. Hope he recovers well.
I just heard that someone shot Charlie Kirk? Dang it. Ah, shucks. Thoughts and prayers.
This is such bullshit. This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. They just murdered Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so pissed right now. Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh damn it. Use your freaking words as they're talking to you people. Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving down a Provo right now. I'm so pissed. Damn it.
Animals. You liberal, progressive, deranged fucking animals. You are so hateful in your hearts to go out and shoot a young man who's never hurted anyone with Christian values, a young, beautiful family, a father, a husband, a friend, a son. You shot him. Why? Because you didn't agree with his politics? Because you didn't agree with his ideology? That's the reason why he deserves to die! You fucking animals!
How do you feel about Charlie Kirk getting assassinated?
Some people say it's deserved.
To get murdered in front of his children and family?
When God calls you home, you gotta go.
You think God called him home? It's well deserved. For him specifically getting killed, womp womp, he got what he deserved. Honestly, I feel like he just got what he deserved. No shade.
Don't you think it's disgusting to be celebrating someone's death?
Well, coming from a perspective as a woman of color and...
That justifies it?
100%, I feel like. Because nobody gave a When it was MLK, Malcolm X, like,
We don't like those kind of deaths either.
there's no group of white people that I see pushing so hard for those type of deaths.
That was a while ago. We equally condemn those deaths.
Do we? I mean,
you're talking to me right now. You think that most conservative white men want black people to die?
well, the one who recently just died, Charlie, definitely thought so. You basically wanted black people to be slaves. Like, what are you talking about?
I feel like if you wish death on other people, for that to happen to you, it's kind of like, that's just karma.
Who does he wish death on?
He said awful things about trans people, doesn't care about their rights, or like he's a conservative.
So if you don't like trans people, you deserve to be shot in the neck?
100% the people who oppress us deserve to die. Like,
So if you don't like trans people, you deserve to be shot in the neck?
yes, like he made it very known verbally that he does not support any of us, and he spoke reckless, and I guess he got hit for that. So he put himself at risk saying all those nasty ass things and then going publicly in front of people. And plus, he was the same person that said guns lives matter, right? So obviously, what happened to him is just like he would approve of it. Guns lives matter. Someone used the gun, and it saved lives. We agree. We agree. I agree. I don't care if it's ignorance or coming out of hatred from my heart. It's opinionated.
Oh my God. My God, Charlie. Charlie, oh my God. Oh no, my God. Oh my, oh God. Charlie doesn't deserve this. What is going on? What is going on? 31-year-old, beautiful wife, 2 children, now he's gone. This is evil. This is not acceptable. This is evil. Why? So we have become so divided in this country that people don't have political opinion. People have taken it upon themselves to kill anyone that speaks truth. Doesn't Charlie have the right to speak the truth, irrespective of the fact whether you agree on what he said or on what he believes? What kind of world is this? This is not America. This is not the kind of America we dream for our children. Charlie is gone, confirmed by President Trump. Oh my God, this is unfair. This is evil. The media has done this. The leftists have done this. They have ridiculed this man for years, calling him and rebranding him what he's not. This is political violence. This is act of terrorism. This is not acceptable. If it's Charlie today, tomorrow, it can be me, it can be you, it can be anybody. This is unacceptable. Oh my God, Charlie. Rest in peace. Oh my God, I pray for the family. This is evil.
They done sat up there and unlied Master Son. I'm heard about that one. They done sat up there and unlied Charlie Kirk. That was one of Master's best sons. He always stood up for what's right. See, y'all gotta understand here. Master help us. Master take care of us. Master love us. You can't sit up there and celebrate nobody's death. They done hurt Master. When you hurt Master and you hurt Master people, you hurt me. Cause I live in a house. I live in a slave house. And we love Master over here. Good Lord above don't like what y'all doing. Good Lord above don't like how y'all talking about Master Son this way. Y'all gonna get what y'all deserve. This ain't right. It ain't. Master ain't said nothing wrong. Master was gonna free us till y'all said something. That be y'all folks' problem. Y'all ain't got no reverend. Y'all ain't got no reverend for Master. But I's tell you what. I's gonna stand on all 12 feet for Master. I's gonna appreciate Master. I was gonna revolt about Massa. That's how the fuck y'all say.